We are group 20 and this is our final project submission where we have built a multi-agent system using LangGraph. This is a RAG-based system where our data source is the textbook on Intro to Statistical Learning. So it is meant to serve as a purpose to answer any questions about this textbook while simultaneously performing web search as well as an archive search about the topics that you're interested in. So in our application, we have a drop-down menu where you can choose the textbook from the drop-down, and then you can click on the icon Chat with PDF. And once you click on that, a new page opens up where you can ask questions and interact with the RAG agent and ask questions about the textbook. So for example, this textbook talks about statistical concepts. For example, here there's topics about linear regression and logistic regression and so on. So let's ask a simple question like what is linear regression? So right now what the application is doing is it's going through a RAG search where it's extracting data from the Pinecone vector store and then getting relevant information about linear regression. And then it's performing a web search where it's searching the web for relevant information about this. And then it's performing an archive search where it's obtaining information from the archive source as well. So as you can see, it gives you an introduction where it mentions what the introduction is about, the topic that you have asked, and then it tells you the research steps that the agent has taken. So first it has conducted a RAG search and then a web search, and then it has retrieved relevant academic papers from archive. So in the end, it's given everything into a consolidated report along with the equations and summarization of the whole topic. So it's also included images as well. If you click on these respective links, it takes you to another website which it has referenced while performing the web search. So and these are our sources where the web search agent has extracted information about linear regression from various resources such as Geeks for Geeks, IBM, and Wikipedia, and so on. And you have an option to extract into PDF as well. When you click on that, you will have a PDF which is extracted, and for a sample of this is this is how it would look, where it would have the introduction and the research steps and exactly what we saw in the application. So you can extract the content into a PDF as well. So you can also clear the chat, and then you can ask subsequent questions on about the textbook as well. So this is our application, and in our code base we have used Streamlit for front end, and we have used LangChain and LangGraph as our LLM management tool. So for LangGraph we have used a straightforward RAG agent, web search agent, and archive agent. So here is where we start off by having a central oracle which routes it to a RAG search, web search, and fetch archive, and then finally uses all of these three information and then generates a final answer, and then navigates to the end of the LangGraph node. So in the RAG search we're going through in the RAG search we're going through the Pinecone vector store and getting the relevant information. So in this we have set a chat prompt template asking mentioning that it's a question answering assistant, where given the context it has to answer the questions based on the context that it has received. And then subsequently it performs web search, where we're using SERP API for web search, where it does a Google search and gets the top 5 results based on the query, and then these results are consolidated and then returned back to the LangGraph state. And then we perform an archive search, wherein we fetch relevant archive websites and we use the archive retriever which is available in LangChain, and then we get the relevant archive websites as well. And using all of these we generate a final answer, And here's in the doc string we have mentioned the method in which the final report should be structured, where we should have introduction, research steps, main body, exhibits such as links or any other information, and then a conclusion as well as sources which the agent has reference to. So this is how we have structured our whole LangGraph, and all of this information is passed to the front end, where in our Streamlit app we invoke the LangGraph. Once the user asks a question, we invoke it, we send the chat history as well as the index name, and then we get relevant information about it, and then we build a report and we showcase the report onto our Streamlit interface. And finally, you have an option to download the PDF as well, where the report that has been generated, you can extract it into a PDF. And all of this dependency has been managed through Poetry. And yes, so this is how we have structured the final project. Thank you.